I'm back with another episode about adaptive reuse building here in Los Angeles, and today's episode is pretty special. Not only that I will get to tour another amazing loft, I will get to interview and showcase the life, original owner and the developer of this building. So I'm super excited about it. Let's not waste any time and let's jump right into it. Why did you decide on this particular unit?
2002, 2003, a lady comes up to me and my partner Paul and says, "Oh, I heard you guys are doing this project in the Arts District. My boss would really like to come and look at it." I said, "Look, we are not quite ready yet. It's still rough framing." And so yeah, that's okay. She sets up a time, this guy shows up, and I'm taking him up the 7th floor. And it's all open metal studs and conduits and dangling. And we're coming here and he's standing here. He looks at the view and says, "Oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is so amazing." And he's like all over the place. He says, "I have to buy 2 units for my kids." I said, "Look, we're not quite ready to sell." It's like, "Trust me, I know the business. Tell me how much you want for this corner and that corner. I'll give you a check. When you're ready to send the contract, send me a contract." So we go back to the office. We look up who the guy is. He gives us his business card. His name is Tom Barrack. Owns a company called Colony Capital, large investment company. At the time, they owned Harrods in London and all kinds of hotels and supermarket chains and so on. I said, "Okay, looks like the guy can afford it." And we have to come up with a price. We never even priced the units, and we decided that this unit would be $750,000 and the other unit would be $850. So we called him and said, "Okay, this is going to be the price." I said, "Okay." And he sends us 2 checks and says, "Just send me a receipt that you received them, and when you're ready to sign a contract, we'll sign a contract." I said, "Wow, that was an easy sale." And we got our asking price. Like, should we have asked another 100,000? Like, we had no idea. At the time, it sounded a lot of money. A couple of weeks go by, and we get a call from his daughter and said, "Oh, Dad said he bought me a unit. Can I stop by? I'd love to see it." So, of course. So she shows up. I walk her to the space, still studs and dirt and dust and so on. And she's like nodding her head, and she's nodding her head. That's like, "Everything okay?" I was like, "I have no idea what Dad is thinking. I'll never live in such a place. Like, this is crazy." I said, like, "I'm sorry, I didn't." It's not like I tried to sell him. Anyway, so she leaves. And then we get a call from Tom. My daughter, she's so stupid. She has zero vision. She doesn't understand anything and so on. I said, "Look, don't worry about it. This is like, we didn't plan to sell you. How about I'll just tear the check and just forget about it." I go back to my house. At the time I lived in Santa Monica, and I'm telling this funny story to my wife. And I said, "You know what? Actually, this guy had a very good eye. He did pick up the best unit in the building. So how about we move there?" And it's like, we're living in Santa Monica, a few blocks from the beach. Like, why would we move to downtown?
Were you in a condo or were you in a house?
We were in a building that I built back in the late 80s. It was a triplex on Ocean Park.
Got it.
I said, "Okay, why don't we go with the kids and we'll look at the space and we'll decide." So we're all standing here. My older daughter is 12, my younger daughter is 10. And they're kind of looking around. And I said, "Okay, do you guys like it?" My older daughter says, "You know what? It's cool." I said, "Okay." And Miriam, what do you think? And he says, "Why wouldn't we move here?" It's like, all my friends are in Santa Monica. We're close to the beach. Like, doesn't make sense. So asks Gudrun, my late wife, and she says, "Well, you know, if we're going to see more of you and you don't have to drive every day for an hour in each direction, that may be a good thing for the family." I said, "Okay, I also like the idea." So, "Okay, 3 against 1, we're going to move here." So that's how I ended up in this unit, thanks to Tom Barrack, who later became our investor with a building across the street.
How do you raise a family? How do you have a family in units like this with an open floor plan, with not a lot of privacy?
We were the only family in the building when we opened. I remember there was a group of real estate brokers from the West Side, all women in their 50s and 60s. that asked to have a tour, and they came and kind of walked my loft, and they saw toy kids, and they realized there's
They were shocked, huh?
kids, and like, I said, you have kids? I said, yeah. And what do they do in the afternoon? Like, they can't go out. I said, like, why do you think they can't go out?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was so beyond their comprehension that you can actually raise a family here. But I had the luxury of, I actually bought the loft next door, and we basically connected the two lofts. So my two daughters had their own loft, their own kitchen, their own bathroom.
It is a luxury.
And so on.
What an amazing setup for two daughters.
It was open, but it didn't bother us, didn't bother them.
Yeah.
And, I think if you would ask them, they would say they had an amazing childhood here, and it was a great experience for them.
So the answer to the question, can you have a family in the loft, is easy. You just need two lofts.
It's highly recommended.
You just need two lofts. But why did you decide to stay over here? 2 decades ever since that happened. Why did you decide to stay?
It's first of all, it's home. It gives me everything that one would want in his life. Like, I don't have a fantasy of a life that has another component. I own a second home in Lake Tahoe, so when I need to be in nature, I go up there. I get all the dosage of nature one needs in life. But as far as urban living, there's really no better choice one can make than living in the Arts District. So it's convenient, centralized. You have the offering of downtown. I bought a trampoline for my daughters, and I put it in the roof, but every time we had to go out through the emergency staircase, go up to the roof, and eventually I cut this hole, put this, illegal staircase in.
That's okay. We're not going to tell anyone.
And created a closet that pulls in and out under it for more storage. And it's a totally illegal staircase because it rises like 12 inches.
I mean, it does sound like a kid's dream. Totally illegal staircase to a trampoline.
So this is my roof garden. So I built this nice planter. This olive tree was 12-inch high. We bought it as a decoration for the bima of my daughter's bat mitzvah, and then synagogue wanted to throw it away. So like, nobody throws away an olive tree, so I stuck it in here. And when we go down, you can try my olives. I harvest the olives, I cure them.
Almost like a koi pond?
This used to be a koi pond. It was full of koi, massive size. And one day my wife calls me and said, like, did you do something bad to somebody in the building? I said, like, why? She said, somebody stole our fish. I said, like, why would somebody steal fish? She said, they're all gone. And I come up here and there's like one fish left out of like 12 big fish. So wow,
go figure.
Like serious. One morning she's up here and I hear her screaming, come quickly. And I'm thinking like something is happening to her. I'm running upstairs and I see a falcon.
Oh my God.
Landing and lifting up the last poor koi fish and taking off.
So you know who stole it.
So that's the end of the mystery.
You know who stole it.
So this is my vegetable patch. Needs a little bit of attention. Right now the mint kind of took over everything. I have some kale and chard, thyme, fig trees, vines, and next week I'm gonna pull half of this out and basically plant all my summer vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers.
No, this is such an amazing space. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so for me the kitchen is the most important part of the unit. I added this massive island. Sorry for the mess, we're in the middle of...
No, don't worry about it.
Added another layer of upper cabinets, a good commercial stove. I cook a lot, I entertain a lot. I use the space for a lot of fundraisers, for events. I get 50 to 60 people here on a regular basis. Had a friend build this amazing bookshelf. We play the piano every so often.
You have a lot of tchotchkes.
It's mostly my late wife tchotchkes, which I'm still keeping, And this Buddha has a nice story to it.
He's almost hiding.
He's hiding. So everybody says like, what is it? How old is it? And so on. And what really happened in the building next door, which I owned, we had a staging company, you know, the people that stage real estate.
Yeah.
And it was a company from New York. They were leasing it for like 3 years. The business wasn't so well, and they decided, okay, we're out of here. I said, okay. So they send me the keys, they pack everything, they go. I go into the space, the place is packed with stuff. It's like, what's happening? It says like, the truck was full, this is it. You can throw everything away. And I see my guys trying to put this poor guy in the dumpster. It's like, you can't throw him away. So I said, just bring him up here. So he came from across the street. I have no idea what the vintage is. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. So you let him stay here for free. What's your favorite thing in this loft?
The kitchen. That's where I spend most of the time. And of course, the proximity to the garden, the ability to be inside, outside as I wish. I like the fact that I have 12-foot ceilings. I like the space. I like the amount of windows, the amount of daylight.
As far as the building and as far as the neighbors go, I mean, usually buildings like that attract a lot of fun characters. What do you think is the most unique neighbor that you have?
Well, we had quite a few people from the internet celebrities. There was this lady here. She was a model for underpants.
Oh, that's great to have.
I had no idea that she actually moved
people like that in the building.
All we noticed that every day there was like a pile of Amazon boxes.
Really?
Everybody was sending her samples that she would try, and she would just get tons of stuff.
Wow.
And when somebody said, oh, do you know so-and-so lives in your building? And I had like, maybe, I have no idea who this person is. Like, what? You don't know? It's like, she had like 10 million followers. I said, okay, well.
You're not one of them.
I'm not in that business.
She could have had 10 million and one, but.
And we have the son of Paul Simon. We had the son of, what's the name of the reggae person?
Bob Marley?
Yeah, the son of Bob Marley.
Oh, wow.
Vincent Gallo, I don't know how famous he is these days.
Is there a social life over here in the building? People gathering up? Is there sort of an open house type of things where you can...
No, there's network of friends, so every person has his few friends in the building, and kind of, so it's a pretty social building, and you know, the pool and the roof garden kind of enhance the ability for people to kind of get together. There was a time that I developed an app called Kitchen Table that was designed to allow people to have dinners together. So for 3 years, I had pretty much everybody in the building here for dinner. The app wasn't too successful because
was used mostly for the building.
I was the only one hosting all the time. And it's like, can't anybody else host? But people are not sure of their capabilities to cook, so that's what happens.
Yeah. Wow. What an amazing treat it was to interview Yuval Bar-Zemer, one of the godfathers, one of the OGs of this area, somebody that brought residential development, or rather redevelopment, to this part of town. I really wanted to say thank you to Yuval for collaborating with me on this project, and I certainly hope that this is the first one, but definitely not the last of our collaborations, because he's done so many amazing buildings that deserve attention and deserve their 15 or maybe 20 or even 25 minutes of fame here on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and if you are one of those crazy people that appreciate historic architecture and adaptive reuse architecture here in Southern California, please reach out to me, and maybe if you're the one that lives in buildings like that, in lofts like that, maybe you're gonna be the next hero on my channel. I would love to see more lofts and to showcase lives of people that live the creative and artistic life just like residents of Toy Factory Lofts. And of course, first and foremost, I'm a real estate broker, and if you guys are considering buying or selling in buildings like that or anywhere in Southern California, I'd love to help you out. But with that said, thank you so much for giving me a time of your day, for supporting my channel. And if you know somebody that might be interested in this type of content, please don't hold it just for yourself and share it with your friends. And I certainly hope to see you guys very, very soon at the future episodes here on my channel. Ciao.